This episode contains massive spoilers.
There's a Walking Dead, and he's dead and he's walking. Yeah, Walking Dead. I thought this was going to be a song.
It is, look, keep going.
Yeah, Walking Dead.
Car Papa. Right, so let's begin. Episode 1. The adventure begins.
No, that's not what it's called. What was it called?
I was saying,
Oh. Days Gone By, that's it. It's Days Gone By's name.
Days gone by, and boy oh boy, did they
They
go
go
by.
by.
They
Yeah.
really went by those days.
So, the first scene is sheriff. He drives along a road and he gets out of his car with a petrol can and he walks into a gas station and he's like, there's like loads of cars strewn around, you don't know what's happened. It's basically a site of dead people.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
this.
You don't remember it?
I just read the first comic, so I remember.
Yeah,
I
so this
remember
is...
thinking that it would start with Rick in bed, but actually there was like a.
Oh
scene
wait, no,
Yeah,
it's
so
the,
it's
the
with the little
cop
girl.
scene, isn't it?
No, it's with
Oh,
the
it's
little
the
girl
little girl.
first. But in
Okay,
the
yeah, the
series,
comics
not in the
is the-
comics. Is it the little girl as well?
There's something
No, they don't
have
in
the
there,
little
I don't know
girl.
what it is.
Yeah.
I thought they had just.
It's a
start
scene
with
of what
the
happens
cops.
to Rick, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, and then he's walking along and then he sees this little girl and he's like, little girl? Little girl? But she's not little girl.
dead.
Dead little girl.
And
Does
she
he
starts
kill
running.
her?
Yeah, he shoots her in the head. And then it's credits.
Alright, now sing the whole credit.
Oh no, it's going through.
Mike Flanagan, producer.
That bitch Laurie that no one likes. Where was it?
Sarah J. Callis. What's Shane's name? Shane.
Shane Shaningson.
Shane Shaningson.
What is his name? He's like the one
Josh
from... He's in
something.
stuff now.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in a movie I watched the
John
other day.
Berthenthal.
John
Berthenthal.
Berthenthal.
It's like, oh,
It
maybe
could be Berthenthal.
Berntal, like
Oh, I think he was
Berntal.
in
Maybe it's
Date Night.
Berntal. Huh?
I think he was in Date Night actually.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
He's in something that was
All right, we digress. This is the first episode.
Yeah.
We got to talk about
And-
the actors and stuff.
Yeah, so Shane is just Shane. With John blah blah blah.
Well,
Andrew
they're not
Lincoln.
even in the
yeah.
first one.
He's in the first one because then it's the scene where they're in the
Briefly.
car. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
mostly
'cause
a
he's
bit-
at the beginning
Yeah.
with
What's
Rick.
Morgan's name in real life? He's English, isn't he? He's British. Oh yeah, Morgan
It's in that
Morgenstein.
ER thing,
And then Dwayne.
casualty thing. What was that
Dwayne
called?
Johnson, yeah, he plays Morgan's son. Definitely the guy.
That's good casting, that.
Yeah. And then they're in the car and they're bitching about women. And Shane's like, Shane
Classic.
thinks they're the reason for global warming, which they're not. But,
What,
you know.
women?
Yeah, he's like, they don't turn the lights off, which, you know, it's not that big of a deal.
What? Women don't tell
Yeah,
me.
he's like,
Typical
"You just
redneck
sound like
police
my
conversation.
father." He says that women turn into the exorcist when he has a go at them about turning the lights off. But
Wait, what?
Shane, he's like bitching to Rick. He's like, and then it starts, you know, she just starts turning the light off, and you just say to her like, "Babe, come on, turn the light off." And
Did
then
this
she turns
actually
to the
happen? I
exorcist.
cannot.
This is the conversation they
They don't
have.
lights in this.
No, this is before the
pre-outbreak.
pre-outbreak.
I
This is in
remember
the
them having a
car.
conversation.
This is when Rick gets shot, yeah, and then he's like, so how are things with
Ah.
Laurie? And then he's like, oh, you know, sometimes I feel like she just wants me to get angry, and I can't.
Ooh,
And then this morning she
you
said
will
in front
do.
of Carl,
Don't you worry.
know,
He's
I
gonna
don't know
get
if
so
I love
angry.
you anymore or something. And then he's like, to say that in front of Carl, and then they get a call in the radio, and then they go to the scene.
And that's when shit hits the fan.
What-
They
what-
set up
when
some. They
How
set up.
does he get shot?
So they set up basically there's been a car, like a robbery, and there's 3 people escaping in a car. They go to the scene, they set up like a thing across the road for the tire birthday.
No, those
Yeah.
poppers,
Poppy those poppers. And then they like go, and then Leon Bassett there, and he's like, how cool would it be if we were on those cop shows? And then Rick's like, just make sure your gun's loaded and the safety's off. Andrea, just say it.
Yeah.
And then Shane's like, oh, it would be kind of cool though, but Rick just ignores him because he's like, oh. And then the car comes and its tires get burst and it like flips over like 3 times and ends up upside down. And then the guy gets out the car and he starts shooting. So they start shooting back, and then they kill him. Then another guy comes out and they think that Rick gets shot, and they thought there was only 2 perps in the car because when it comes over the radio it says 2 perps. But so this guy goes down and they're like, Rick, man, I thought, and Rick's like, oh yeah, I know. And then he gets shot. Like another guy comes out and he gets shot, and then he's just lying on the floor, and Shane's like, shh, 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 which is like really annoying. He's like, come on, Rick, shh, 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 come on, shh, shh. And he just shushes him. He just keeps, I don't know, it's the most annoying thing. And I always want to skip past it. Because he's just shushing him like too much.
Rick who's dying?
Yeah, Rick isn't even shouting. Rick's not even like, he's just
gonna
like,
be his last.
It's gonna be okay. Shh, stay with me, man. Shh. He's just shushing him, and it's the most annoying thing. And then basically there's loads of blurry vision, like flowers, and then Laurie. Maybe not Laurie, actually. Maybe it's just Shane with some flowers. It's like all blurry. And then it cuts back, and then you see a clock, and it's like 7:20 or something. I don't know. And then it's around that time. And like, Rick wakes up, and he's all like, oh, Shane, that first looks something you stole out of your grandmother's house or something, and makes a joke. And then he's like, Shane. And Shane's not there. And then he looks at the flowers, and they're all dried. And then he went, Jack, you must remember some more of it.
Well, I don't know about if every detail is important. You know, the main thing is...
let's just do the whole
zombies
picture.
everywhere.
Just the significance of this part, though.
Yeah.
Well, the wilted flowers, you know, that's the time passing.
Yeah.
Clearly. That wasn't... They didn't try very hard with that, you know. Like, that's just what it is. You know, flowers wilt as time goes by.
Yeah. Well, it signifies that he's obviously, like, because when Shane bought them, they're fresh.
And he's all skinny. He did lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He did well. He did what a woman does for every film.
And it's all too quiet. Like, it's such a quiet, like, it's so quiet for a hospital. You expect to hear, like, noise and stuff, but it's just so quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, also the little tidbit, they do actually have another episode set in the same hospital.
Yeah, I know. We watched it, the webisode.
Yeah, the website.
You didn't believe me. I was telling you it was the same hospital. You
but
didn't
it
believe
was.
me.
And there's also a little bit in Fear the Walking Dead, isn't there? Which is in the hospital.
Is that the same hospital?
No,
they
it's
drive
not,
past the
no.
hospital.
Do they drive past it?
No, because it's in Los
Yeah.
Angeles.
Doesn't no one work in a hospital in there?
No. Oh, yeah,
Isn't one of them a
the
doctor?
ex-wife is a nurse.
Oh, she's a nurse.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's in the hospital.
And he walks
So-
around.
This is a bit like 28 Days Later. Do you think they were super... When did the comic come out before 28 Days
Yeah,
I think
the
it
comic
did,
was
yeah,
out
the comic
first.
Later? Do you
was.
think they stole that from...
What, 28 Days stole it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's a very good idea for the, like...
Yeah, but it's also one of those things just like so classic and like.
Because he was locked in the room as well.
I'm sure there's a reference of someone like waking up.
But
in
he
the
was locked in the
hospital
room as well. Like
empty.
in 28 Days Later, he like wakes up with the key. Someone's pushed the key under the door, haven't they? So they've locked him in and put the key under the door.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
Is that what
and
happened with Rick?
well, Shane puts
He
the bed.
barricaded
Yeah,
it,
he
didn't
puts
he?
the bed up against the door.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know why no one realised he was there.
Yeah. I
Because
always
the
found
person,
that weird.
yeah, because the person in the webisode who wrote "Don't open, dead inside," that
Didn't,
was after, kind of after.
Walking
everything.
Dead didn't really. When did it get its huge following? That wasn't until a lot later on, wasn't it? Because it wasn't as popular.
Yeah,
as
it got
was.
more
First
popular.
and second season, right?
I think around
Really? I
third
thought it was
season.
later than that.
Zombie stuff, so I think everyone just flocked
Yeah.
to it because it's a big. Like,
But I feel like the first
I
I
feel
felt like I watched the first
season 4 and 5 and 6 have been the
and
biggest.
it
Like
wasn't that
season,
big a deal.
yeah, season 4, 5, and 6 have been like the most popular.
Yeah, it does seem to get better as time goes by.
But it is the soap opera for the zombie fan. That's
Yeah.
it's genre.
Yeah, it is
'Cause-
definitely, but it's so good.
So many comings and goings of characters. and dead and alive, dead again. Then oh no, wait, that one's alive. Oh wait, no, they're dead again. that's pretty much it.
I don't think it would work if they couldn't really recycle the characters very well. Like you wouldn't get. It wouldn't be the same.
Well, it's unique
like if they killed
in that
off
respect.
certain characters.
Are there many
the show wouldn't be
shows
the
out there
same.
where they just constantly kill off characters? I mean,
Game of
there's that really
Thrones.
Game of Thrones kind of, but they've still kind of got the mains. Like
They've got like
more main characters.
three main
have died.
They've got like 2 main characters. No, 3 main characters. No, 4.
How many main characters are from Walking Dead? Just Rick and
Rick,
Glenn
Carl.
and
Does that mean
Carl
people who were in
and
it from the beginning?
Carol.
Yeah.
Oh shit! We just spoiled it all for the. Yeah, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. This is episode 1. I think, wow, it's not really. We've moved.
They're all dead. Get over it. They all die. Apart from Rick, he's alright for now.
We need a spoiler warning at the beginning of this.
Alright, I'll put in the posted spoiler
Although I do talk about the episode in detail, so if no one's seen episode 1, just don't stir.
Yeah.
Or you could and then just skip the first 5 minutes.
Obviously, there's going to be in-depth talk about episode 1.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
episode what's in depth about what's prominent about what was the
what are
thing that
main
stuck
points
out?
in episode 1?
That Rick's family are alive. So he realised that she took everything from the house, like the photo albums.
Does he not get to her by the end of this episode?
No, but we know, but there is a scene.
Does he get in the
isn't
tank
there?
in the end of this one? Or is that the next
Yeah,
one?
and there's a scene when he's driving into the city and he like calls into the campsite, and we see her try and answer the radio, or she bitches about wanting to put signs.
Does
on
she
the road.
shag Shane yet, or is that in the next
On
one?
the first.
I think she does.
Yeah, because he finds them in the.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Does she-
that's
does he?
pretty dark.
So it does have scenes at the campsite in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
When he's
Shane
driving-
shags Laurie in
Yeah,
the
I
first
think
one.
so. He
yeah.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that from the comic.
So bad.
Yeah. How do we feel about that? I mean, she's probably very
Yeah.
stressed.
I mean, do you think something was going on beforehand? Because like even
No.
when Shane says like, "How's Laurie?" like in the car, do you think maybe
Oh.
he
He
always
definitely
liked her?
always
He did, and he already
Yeah.
always liked her. Yeah.
So he must have liked her, but I don't know.
He was
No.
doing, like,
But
what
she
Rick
was-
did in Love Actually.
Oh right, yeah. Best friends girl.
What does? Why does he do that in Love Actually?
He
Is there an
like he's
apocalypse?
in love with
Keira
his
Knightley,
yeah.
there's no apocalypse
She ain't got
in
no.
Love Actually.
It's no excuse. If there's no apocalypse, there's no excuse.
I know.
That's the thing with cars.
Yeah.
Let's just move past it.
'Cause it's Christmas.
Sorry, I brought it up.
Enough now.
Yeah, no. I feel like she's excused because it's the apocalypse. She thinks he's dead. Shane told her he was dead.
Yeah.
did Shane
But then
do
he said he does it because he says to her. No, I think
there
he.
was a small chance.
Yeah, well, he says to her like, if I didn't tell you, would you have gone? Like, she would have decided to stay,
And she would have died.
and then they would have died. Yeah. So, although Morgan seems to have like done pretty well, so I don't know if they would have died.
No, because she would have been going back to the hospital to check on Rick,
Oh yeah, maybe that's true.
and the hospital was like overflowing with fucking
And they
zombies.
were all being-
Where does
Yeah.
Rick go after the hospital then?
He
Is that when
goes
he
back to
to-
home. He goes home.
Gets knocked out by Morgan.
And
Morgan's
Dwayne.
one and only episode until he just fucks off for ages. You don't
So
know
he
what happened to
finds
him.
them in a house. I mean, they take him to their house
Yeah.
and then hold up in this, like, is it like an apartment block?
Yeah, no, it's a house, and they feed Rick because they don't think that he's sick, and then they basically tell him what's happened, but they don't know much either. This is when we find out that if you get scratched, you turn, but I don't think if you do get scratched, you turn.
Not
Because
anymore.
no,
'Cause
so I
they
think the only
definitely
reason
had
that
it.
was like that got kept going for so long was because Morgan. That was one of the first things that Morgan told Rick. So he obviously thought like,
What? I
swear you'd get turned if you get
scratched.
no, you don't. It's just Morgan saying that. That's never been like suggested.
has.
And
I'm
they all
sure
get
one of
blood
them
in like their eye and stuff. Like, what's a scratch gonna do?
They all get blood from knives on their.
Yeah, they get cut. Abraham got cut with sashes.
Hmm.
No.
Getting ahead though.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but I felt that was just bad continuity.
So bad radio to
Yeah.
just be eating.
I know.
It's hilarious though. It's like in Sunny and Philly, Frank is just eating crackers while they're recording it. They're just like, Frank, can you just stop eating the crackers? Like, and then there's just dead air, and he's just like. And so
Yeah.
After Morgan. Does he just stay
Rick
there?
decides that he thinks that she's gone to the CDC in Atlanta because Dwayne and Morgan say that they heard on a radio about like a camp at Atlanta. for people, or was it Fort Benning, which is near Atlanta, but she was saying that he might have gone to the city because of the CDC. And then he goes there. He runs out of fuel, which takes us back to the first scene in the episode where he goes to the gas station. That happens just as he leaves. It must be just soon after he leaves Morgan, before he arrives at the house where he gets the horse.
They did the old sneakerino.
Yeah, because I kept thinking, what's that scene from? But yeah, and then he gets a horse.
How does he get a horse?
He just comes across this house that's got a horse in the back. It's in the country, the suburbs, and the family have killed themselves.
Nice.
What to do? You think the family would have let the horse out?
And they've written.
Selfish.
The thing is, they killed themselves, but the husband, before he killed himself, obviously wrote "God forgive us" in blood from his wife's head. So, they were obviously crazy anyway. Why would you think that was a good thing to do? Why would you write in blood from your wife that you just shot? Sad, on the ceiling. So no.
Just grab and put your hand.
That's your last action before you shoot yourself. Before you kill yourself. And then he he gets that horse killed. That's so sad. Also, so when he arrives in the city, he thinks there's no zombies around or walkers around. And then he turns this corner, and in that scene, you can actually see one of the extras drinking a bottle of water in the horde of zombies. It's really funny. He's just in the corner, and then the next scene he's just running.
Guy. There's a game. We have games on this podcast.
You win a mention of your name in the next one if you spot it.
Jamie.
Even though we told you the exact scene, you have to tell us in what part of the screen is it? Is it the front?
Left, right.
Is it the left
up
or the
middle.
right? Yeah. The right up, left up. Actually, just get a ruler and tell us the longitude. Oh yeah. But still, if you match ours, then you
ratio.
win.
So fractions.
Fractions. They get a shout out. Hey. Oh.
Right, yeah, so Rick gets a horse killed like a dick.
Yeah.
A fucking dick.
Is that when you get...
Yeah, and then he gets surrounded, he goes underneath his tank, and he's just looking to see what he can find. No, he's not. He's going to kill himself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna kill
And he starts shooting them around him, but then he says, I'm sorry, Carl. Sorry, Laurie. But then as he looks up, he realises the tank is open right above him.
See, I felt like that was just dramatic.
Ever.
Because, all you had to do is just wait for the zombies to wander off. They're not going to hang out there forever. Clearly, they just cornered him.
But this just shows how fucking, ruthless it is. He hasn't experienced any of this world at all so far.
He's shot a girl in the face by this point.
Yeah, but not. It's only just been him and one walker every time. This is the worst it's gonna get for a long time.
All right, I'll let them have it, but I still think it was being dramatic. It was just it's just drama for drama's sake. It's just a little bit of a little bit.
He was dead. If that tank wasn't open, he was dead. He was so lucky that tank was open.
Yeah, no, that's true. But he could just hang out in the tank for ages.
When's the bit with the half zombie? Is that in the first episode?
I think so.
Oh yeah. He shoots her. You always think the episode's going to end at that point, but then it doesn't. It carries on.
Yeah.
It was a really shit. What did you think of that webisode about the zombie's life? I thought it was kind of dry.
Yeah.
Didn't the
How
zombies
did she
just come
die
out?
again?
Well, they just went into the street and then she got bitten and then she was like, "Kids, run!" or something, and then walked into the zombies. Spoilers. That's the webisode.
That was the mini webisode.
Stupid bitch wanders into zombies to save children. The end.
Yeah.
Really, you should have just let them have the fat one. Just sling it over.
That's
she was.
a good rule for a zombie apocalypse. Always throw the fat one because they'll take more time to get.
Always have lots of babies as well, so you can throw.
That's
the baby.
what he did to Otis. Oh, moving on. That's what happened.
Poor Otis.
I know.
So sad. He Could have been so great. Life was cut short, although that happens a lot.
There's going to be a serious spoiler warning.
Shane just, oh yeah, spoiler warning. Shane just looked even crazier with that limp as well after the whole Otis thing, and he shaved his head off. And then he became Otis because he started wearing those dungarees as well. So he like became him. Okay, spoiler over.
We can come back to those things now. So is that the end? He goes and then does Glenn turn
Oh
up?
yeah, Glenn goes, "Hey dumbass," and it's like boom, boom, boom. Is that a song?
Yeah.
It's
At the end?
crazy. Yeah.
Boom,
Don't
boom,
know.
boom.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Wait, what's the song?
Yeah, it's that song. It's
Got
it's
you, is it
living
what?
in that crazy world. Bam, 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 bam. Living in the world. Yeah, I can't
Alright,
remember
there
the
you go. You've done the credits. Alright, any last thoughts?
Overall, it's good. I got hooked from just the first episode.
Yeah, it was alright. It's
I
alright.
liked it mainly because it was a zombie show and there weren't any zombie shows. So I was going to keep watching pretty much no matter how bad it was.
Yeah.
That was always going
It
to
had
happen.
some,
no matter
like-
It was good.
I can see why a lot of people don't get into it though, because it does move quite slowly. But then I think it's like more real time. Like it makes it seem more realistic because it wouldn't be
Yeah,
that
it's
crazy
like-
unless you were living through it as it was happening. Even then though, it wouldn't be that crazy.
That's what I mean. It's like a soap opera, but it's better because people die and get ripped apart by zombies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say he sees a helicopter.
And he sees a helicopter.
Yeah.
See the helicopter flying.
Yeah, and that when he's on the horse, that's why he starts to run after it, and that's why he comes across the horse.
They
of
should do a
zombies.
helicopter web episode and find out what happened to him.
We do find out what happens to the helicopter.
We find out it crashes. We don't find out where it came from or anything.
Cliffhanger for the next episode.
Yeah.
We do. What is that in the next one, or is that?
No, that's like season 3.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's gonna be a
wait.
long wait.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Now
just
you're-
spoiler
now
us.
you're-
You have to tell us out.
I know.
Right,
That's
what
a fast
happens
spoiler
then? What
warning.
happens with the
A helicopter. Okay, so skip to season 3. There's a new person in town who's evil.
Oh.
Andrew's already met Michonne, so Andrew's a new person that we haven't spoken about yet.
Yeah, but we know what happens after. We don't know what happens before.
No,
Like,
they
what
do. They say he says
Well,
when
he
the
was-
governor
Oh.
interviews him, he says we've been flying around, like they were taking it out all the time, the helicopter, and then
Didn't
the
everyone
camp
die
got
or
taken
something?
over, so then
Yeah.
they just took the helicopter and left. But before that, they'd been taking it out for runs.
Why was he
I
the only
guess,
one left then?
Because the helicopter crashed.
Oh, so the other
And
people
the
in
other-
the helicopter.
They
died.
went. They killed them. Oh no, they thought they killed them, but it's because they had turned. This is after we learn
Yeah.
about
Dead.
Oh god.
People.
You can't escape like the spoilers. We should have started like mid-season.
No, it's good. So there you go. Do the end.
Bow, bow, bow. Sounds like the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Bow.
I'm sure they've got a bomb in Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright.
Da-da-dum. At the end, yeah. So, yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's Game of Thrones. Oh